Thanks for dressing up tonight. It's fantastic to see everybody. You know, they talk about Hemingway, the macho man, but he's the one who said, it's easy to be hard-boiled during the day, but at night it's a different story. Thank you. Reading from the Sun Also Rises, his first novel. And this is the first novel that we all want to write. It was and I've listened to a lot of YouTube to get ready for this, I gotta tell you. It was a warm spring night, and I sat at a table on the terrace of the Napolitan, pardon my French, after Robert had gone, watching it get dark and the electric lights come on and the red and green stop and go traffic signal and the crowds going by and the horse cabs clippity-clopping along at the edge of the solid taxi traffic and the poulets going by, singly, poulets, those are prostitutes, poulets going by singly and in pairs, looking for the evening meal. I watched a good-looking girl walk past and watched her go up the street and lost sight of her and watched another. And then saw the first one coming back again. She went by once more and I caught her eye. She came over and sat down at the table. The waiter came up. Well, what will you drink? I asked. Pernod. That's what they're serving back at the table, by the way. If you want some, it's green, it's minty. That's not good for little girls. Little girl yourself. Dites garçon, un Pernod. A Pernod for me too. What's the matter, she asked. You going on a party? Sure, aren't you? I don't know. You never know in this town. Don't you like Paris? No. Why don't you go somewhere else? Isn't anywhere else. Oh, you're happy, all right. Happy hell. Pernod is a greenish imitation absinthe. When you add water, it turns milky. It tastes like licorice. I'm telling you, they got it back there. It tastes like licorice and has a good uplift, but it drops you just as far. We sat and drank it, and the girl looked sullen. Well, I said, aren't you going to buy me dinner? She grinned, and I saw why she made a point of not laughing. With her mouth closed, she was a rather pretty girl. I paid for the saucers, and we walked out to the street. I hailed a horse cab, and the driver pulled up at the curb. Settled back in the slow, smoothly rolling fiacre. We moved up the avenue, past the locked doors of the shops, the windows lighted, the avenue broad and shining and almost deserted. The cab passed the New York Herald Bureau with a window full of clocks. What are all the clocks for? She asked. They show the hour all over America. Don't kid me. We turned up the avenue, through the traffic of the Rue de Rivoli, through the dark gate into the... you shouldn't read French when you've been drinking. She cuddled against me and I put my arm around her. She looked up to be kissed. She touched me with one hand and I put her hand away. Never mind. What's the matter? You sick? Yes. Everyone's sick. I'm sick too. We came out of the Tuileries into the light and crossed the Seine and then turned up the Rue de Saint-Thérèse. You oughtn't drink Pernod if you're sick. You need a... It doesn't make any difference with me. It doesn't make any difference with a woman. What are you called? Georgette. How are you called? Jacob. That's a Flemish name. American too? You're not Flamand? No, American. Good. I detest Flamand. By the time we were at the restaurant, I called to the cocher to stop. We got out, and Georgette did not like the looks of the place. This is no great thing of a restaurant. No, maybe you should rather go to Fouillot. Why don't you keep the cab and go on? I had picked her up because of a vague, sentimental idea that it would be nice to dine with someone. It had been a long time since I had dined with a poulet, I had forgotten how dull it could be. We went into the restaurant, past Madame Lavigne at their desk and into a little room. Georgette cheered up a little under the food. "It isn't bad here," she said. "It isn't chic, but the food is all right. Better than Liège, Brussels, you mean." We had another bottle of wine, and Georgette made a joke. She smiled and showed all her bad teeth. We touched glasses. "You are not the bad type," she said. "It's a shame you're sick. We get on well. What's the matter with you anyway?" "I got hurt in the war," I said. "Ah, that dirty war." We would probably have gone on and discussed the war and agreed that it was in reality a calamity for civilization and perhaps would have been better avoided. But I was bored. Just then, from the other room, someone called, "Bonds! I say Bonds! Jacob Bonds!" "It's a friend calling me," I explained, and went out. Thank you. Bye-bye.